And here we have James Blake, one of America's best tennis players, and again hitting a one-handed backhand. Notice the turner pivot, the racket head drops, the left hand travels up. Those are the commonalities that are similar between Tommy Haas, Pete Sampras, Gustavo Kuerten. All of them swing in that similar path. So here's a couple looks at the turn. Now we're going to look at the racket on the bottom of the backswing. It's going to drop. There's contact. Now look at the follow through. The left hand's going to go back and the right hand's traveling up. Now watch, here's the step around with the back foot. And then you'll see the full backhand again. This is why he had one of the best backhands, American tennis players. And we loved him. Great player. Awesome. Hi, here we are again. This is Roger Federer. Again, look at the turner pivot. Racket drops down, and then he finishes through and up. Left hand goes back as he brings the right foot around. Now here's the first part, the turn. Look at the turner pivot, how he's lined up. Second, look at the contact point with the head down, focus on the ball. Third, look at the follow through with the left hand back. Okay, and fourth, look at how his back foot comes around so he can recover. Now watch it in full motion again. Roger Federer with a one-handed backhand, one of the best in the world. Unbelievable skills and phenomenal champion. Full action. This is what he does. Again, turner pivot, shoulders and racket are back. Sets the weight over the front foot, contact, finishes, recovers. Here we are again with Roger Federer's one-handed backhand. Phenomenal skill, love it. He looks fluid as silk. Again, we look at the commonalities which make up a quality one-handed backhand. And first, in the initial part, is the pivot or turn. And I'm going to freeze frame him here and show you what the racket looks like initially and his shoulders and his pivoted position. Here it is. Now, he's getting ready to transfer weight and step into the ball. And you see the racket face is slightly closed before he starts forward to make contact. And then look at how the follow-through is well above his head and the left hand back. Here it is again in full motion, full action. So watch how the turn, he drops it well below the ball, finishes out, and then recovers extremely well. It's really graceful to see this guy's backhand and skill. I think he's one of my heroes for sure. I definitely like and enjoy watching his striking of the ball. It's an amazing thing. This is Tommy Haas, and he's a fabulous player with a one-handed backhand. And notice how the point of contact, the face of the racket's vertical, knees are bent, And look at the finish again, well above the head to create that tremendous topspin. Here's the full swing. Welcome. Again, it's Justine Henin with a one-handed backhand. Now, this girl was only like 5'3", maybe 5'6" at the most, but hit the ball a ton. Now notice the turner pivot. Again, you're going to see the racket drop well below the ball and an extremely high follow-through. So here's the turn in a freeze frame. Then you're going to see the racket drop down at the low point of the backswing. That's where it is now. Now she's going to go to contact the ball, and then look at how the left hand travels back, and the racket head travels way up for tremendous topspin. Again, the commonalities in a one-handed backhand. Now look at it in full motion. One of the best one-handed backhand players ever, and she happened to be #1 in the world. So for a little girl, she struck it really big. 100 pounds soaking wet maybe, but phenomenal player. Love to watch her play. This is Gustavo Kuerten. Now notice the turner pivot. He stops with the weight on the left. He's going to transfer weight with his right, and he points that front toe to help the rotation of the hips and shoulders. Now notice at contact how low he is to the court. His left knee almost touches the ground. And then the follow through. Look how extended the right hand is in his stroke as he finishes the shot. Tremendous stroke. 3 French Opens with this guy. Great player. Hi, this is Sampras' one-handed backhand. Notice the turner pivot. That's the initial preparation of the racket. And then watch, he gets into this position before he starts his forward step to strike. Then his racket drops down as he makes contact, and then he finishes through. Now look at the racket looks like at the bottom of the backswing. Now, from there, he's going to finish. Now watch the extension of the right arm and the left hand traveling back to keep him sideways. That's a good one-handed backhand.
An understanding between unforced errors, mistakes made with no applied pressure from your opponent, and forced errors, loss of a point when pressure has been applied from your opponent. The tactical concept, play consistent percentages, forms the basis for all the following tactical concepts and creates awareness in players looking to reduce the number of unforced errors while increasing the number of forced errors. In playing consistent percentages, pressure can be created by taking time and space away from your opponent. Playing consistent percentages results in a mix of all the tactical fundamentals, some of which you will see highlighted in points throughout this chapter. Roger Federer likes to play aggressive tennis, but just have a look here how he respects the safe lines of the court. And it's just that great combination of pace, spin and depth that enables him to move forward and make sure of this point.